Cool. Yeah, we got, let's see, Thomas is in Hawaii. Joe's in Hawaii. Kathleen is in Massachusetts, getting inducted into the lawyer bar, the Massachusetts bar. And who else is gone? I know we're still missing Jeff. Mike and Ashley and Otis are hiding behind a camera that's locked.
No, yeah, it's locked. I can't get in there. It says host has stopped video.
Well, we're trying to tell you something.
Yeah,
Got a face made for radio.
You'd look really good on radio, dude.
Yeah, man, you look great on radio.
All right. We're missing my brother. He's probably driving his son to school. Good morning, Ashley. All right, here we are. We're going to culminate the end of October, which ended up being absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to share my screen and get into our meeting. And, let's see where it goes. I got a whole bunch of stuff opened here. Show that down. Show that down. Go to one of these tabs. There we go. Okay, I took the pumpkin color away, just so you know, we're not orange anymore. We're now into a nice fall peachy color. And it's November 9th. So what we're going to do, first of all, is talk about our quotes like we always do. And I guess I'll read them today. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your business is found in your daily routine. Could that be any more true? I've got an interview for lunch this morning, or this afternoon, early afternoon. And I'm not sure I want to hire this person because I don't know what their why is, right? There's no need, right? But if you do something daily, like any one of the lanes we pick, you will be successful. If you decided to call for sale by owners and you just called for sale by owners and made that your mission for 90 days, this is the whole point we're trying to get everybody to think about, you will be successful. If you did expired listings, if you did absentee owners, if you did farming, if you did social media, you know, with a prescribed order, it would be fine, right? Consistently daily routine. So start thinking that way as we go into 2022, which is hard to say. 2, be so positive that negative people don't want to be near you. Oh, I think about my dog when I think about that. She's never in a bad mood. You can't be in a bad mood when you're around my dog. She's just always happy, right? So be so positive that negative people don't want to be near you. 3, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. That just sounds like one of the quotes you guys put out every day. I like it.
that's going to be my quote today. Be like Craig's dog.
That's right. Just be so positive that negative people can't stand being around you. The more you learn, the more you earn. Yeah, if you want to follow anybody, follow Warren Buffett. That'd be a good one to follow. Number 5, I've never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. Interesting. Let's finish this year as strong. That's really, guys, that's my goal for us. I mean, 2021 is going to be a miraculous year for our company. And it's a miraculous year for a lot of companies, right? So, you know, I want to be back in the Global 21. That's one of my personal missions. And our business is up a lot, but so is everybody else's business. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We can't let up. We got to keep pushing, right? And I'm talking to a lot of you on a daily basis, and there's a lot of pushing going on, which is very cool. All right. I'm just going to hit these, and I know some of it's repetitive, but it's important to me for you to understand. So Q4 implementations. I got this concept in my head, and I know I'm right, and someday you'll realize I'm right, or else I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Insurance is a big deal, right? And it takes an extra ounce of effort to market a property properly, right? I know it's more effort, and I know it takes explanation, and you have to convince a seller that what you're doing is right. But I'm telling you, I know the contract probably as well as anybody. And there's lots of escape routes, and there's lots of hidden treasures in this contract. And we have to address them to provide the right experience to our consumers, right? You've heard The insurance people tell us that roofs are a problem, that water heaters are a problem, that just basically there's lots of problems with older homes. So when you're listing a house, know that there's going to be insurance challenges in the forefront. That's all I'm telling you. There's going to be insurance challenges in the forefront. So the smart thing to do is anticipate up front if you're going to have those challenges. So how would you do that? You would get an insurance quote for the house, get a 4-point inspection done, find out what the insurance company is going to find. I'm not making this stuff up. I was going to say shit, but I didn't. I just did. I can't make this up. The insurance companies are being very, very hard on who they're accepting to insure right now. They're canceling lots of our customers, and then new insurance companies are coming into the market, which is fine, but they're mitigating their risk by not insuring houses that have old roofs, old water heaters, bad electric panels, et cetera, or they're going to pay through the nose. So insurance quotes, just regular hazard insurance is what I'm talking about here. We need to know. So have these hard conversations with the consumer, the seller up front, and say, look, I'm going to protect you because our buyer is going to figure out at some point, and I don't want to put you under contract and have the buyer cancel because they can't get insurance during their loan approval period. Right? It's going to happen. Mark my words. It's there. 2, flood quotes, flood insurance properties. I'm not worried about flood insurance anymore. I've got so many good quotes from third-party companies. NFIP is going out of business as far as I'm concerned. But I want you to eliminate the fear of a consumer because they have an automatic 20-day cancellation period in the contract if they're not happy with flood insurance. So we need to be upfront with this. Mike, you know what I'm saying, right? Why would you take the risk of hiding this fact when it's going to be discovered at some point, right? And there's a simple solution. Call NeptuneFlood.com, Alec, my new best friend there, and get a quote from a third-party flood insurance carrier and find out what it's going to cost. It's not bad. I had Alec quote Jeff's house, and Jeff's got a third-party flood carrier in his house, and Alec can't beat it, which is fine. It's like $1,300 a year. But Jeff's house under NFIP is going to be $12,000 a year, right? So me being a consumer, not knowing what's out there, I'm going to freak out over my $12,000 flood insurance bill, but I don't need to freak out because it's really only $100 a month under TypeTech, whatever it's called, but one of those people, all right? So there's some opportunities for you. Write down that number, check it out. Your current title policy, your contract says you're going to do it. Remember the lawyer that played the games and said you're breach of contract because you didn't give us your, just get it. Give it to the title company, let them get the reissue rate and make it nice. Current survey, get it. These are checklist items for a seller. And then my personal thing is HOA and COA minutes, just to make sure the buyer knows what they're going on. Full disclosure, transparency is very important as we go forward. And then other implementations for us in Q4, and these are big. The Next Level Resource Center is huge. Angela keeps sending out emails with different pieces of it for you to look at, right? But that's going to be the mantra for what our company does that sets us apart from everybody else. So we'd like you all to know what those things are. And then MoxieWorks is just huge, right? And some of you are engaging and doing really cool stuff. I'm glad to see it. We've built a really badass listing package for you. I hope you take advantage of that. And then 3, I don't want to let go of Move Easy. That's a really cool thing because Century 21 is trying to make the experience less transactional and more experiential, right? And doing those stupid things like setting up utilities and moving and all that stuff is annoying. And you've got a first-class group behind you, administered by Century 21 that's ready to go. So those are the things that we're just Q4 we're going to focus on. And we're 1 month into Q4 already. So that being said, here's where we are. We're blessed again. I've got a friend of mine in Spain who I bought a house from, and he financed me, and he's now become my dependent, which is really cool, kind of cool. He's 83 years old now, and he asked me for some help, and I said I'm happy to help. I'm blessed, and this is it. We're blessed. I mean, it's amazing. Our active listings are up at 109. We're down 6, which tells you what? It tells you that the market is still friggin' hot. We're not growing our inventory. When the inventory starts, these are just signs I'm showing you. When the inventory starts to grow, the market is slowing down. we're not growing our inventory. It's going like that. It's not going in one day, it's going in 4 days. Okay, we can handle that. So October final, we took 100 listings for $50 million. Somebody give me the average sales price for a house there. That's pretty easy math there, guys. 500 grand is our average listing price. I had a call yesterday with a group out of Texas that wants to build single family rental home communities. And they're looking for land. So if any of you know, I need 15 to 30 acres somewhere. And I had to talk with these guys and said, look, you know, you can't do this in Tampa. There's no land available, and the land that is available, you can't afford to buy to build what you want to build. So we got to go out toward Odessa. We got to go out toward Lakeland. We got to go out toward Plant City. We're going to have to go outside of the market, outside of Sarasota toward Venice. You're going to have to find stuff out there. And your renter community is going to have to commute into, because we're becoming a commuter city. So very interesting. And they're backed by a family bank out of Beverly Hills, California. There's millions of dollars just sitting there waiting to be spent. But our average listing price was $500,000 for October. October sales, we did 242 sales. Now, there was always a ratio I used to do when I plan a 1-to-1. One listing equals one sale. That's how we did it, right? If we wanted to do 3,000 sales, we need 3,000 listings. Look at this. 100 listings yielded 242 sales. That's 2.5 to 1 if you wanted to round up. So every one listing is worth 2.5 sales. Those are ratios we've never seen before. And that was $100 million worth of sales and $2.7 million in commission. Oh my gosh. That's a great month for the company and for the agents, because you know you guys get 80% of that money. So that's really cool. October closings did 167, a little slow on the closing month here, and I'm going to ask you to do it again. How do we have 31 contracts that were supposed to close by October 31st that didn't? This is sloppy. We can't act like this. When a contract fails to close, you cancel it or you extend it, period. There's no other obligation. One of the two, sitting there and hiding like this, saying, I don't know what to do, my contract didn't close, bullshit. You either cancel it or you extend it. There's no other option, and do it now. So those 31 contracts need to be extended or canceled. And that 310,000 would have put us at $1.8 million, which has been, you know, probably the third worst month of the year, right? But please address these guys. So I would actually lift it open. I think I did. Contracts pending. Yeah. 1031, 1015, 1031, all these contracts, these are listing sides. I would cancel that buyer, kick them to the curb, and put a new buyer in place immediately if you're the listing agent with a contract that failed to close, right? 1029, 10:8, 10, do it. Buyer sides. Cut the cord, guys. List it or don't. These are 31 properties that are due to close by the 31st, and they're not. It's not responsible. So that's it. Okay. Quick word from Paramount Title. Do we have Tiffany with us today?
She's not in the room, and I don't see her online either.
Huh. Paramount is doing quite well. We're actually moving. Paramount's going to, just because our office spaces are not being utilized as much, we're going to be smart as a company and reduce our footprint. So Paramount is moving out of building B and moving into building A, where we are, because we got a lot of space that is being used. So maybe they're getting ready to move. So that's that. Okay, managers. We have a really clear October. Thank you, Sarah, for saying that. Perfect. Lauren, share, anybody, it doesn't matter to me. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go to my inbox and we're going to talk about our top performers for, I need to open two things. One is this one. Okay. That's for my benefit. And then we're just going to start randomly. from the bottom. All right, Chris, start with Apollo Beach's top performers.
Top performers for the month of October, most listings, Heidi said, and Heidi took 2.5 listings in the month of October. Most open sides, most sales, Aixa Moore, 7.5 open sides in the month of October. Most closings for the month, Jackie Stone and Lana Shackelford tied, and most commissions for the month of October, Mr. Joe Aledo himself. So congratulations to all of you. I want to make a note. So on this form, Ike's has been on there 3 out of the last 4 months. Heidi's been on there 4 months in a row. So consistency is key. You've seen Jackie on here multiple times this year. You've seen Joe on here multiple times this year as well. Consistency is key.
Yeah, but call out Lana too. Lana's basically a new agent. To win in that office, that most closed units, that's incredible.
Oh, absolutely. Just wanted to show, and she's been consistent with her efforts and her work that she's putting in to get to that point.
I will brag on her just for a little bit because Chris, she's on the Zillow team, which I'm going to talk about later today. But I randomly just picked a connection call that's recorded and called. I didn't call her out. I played the recording and I didn't know what it was going to sound like. And she absolutely nailed it. Verbatim, script by script, converted that call, set the appointment, and it was a textbook example of a call. She did a really, really, really good job. So I hope she's listening to that today. All right. Next up, we have. We're going to do BE3. Mike, you want to do it? I don't think Jeff's with us today. I don't know where he's at.
No, I'm here. I'm here, but Mike can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this group constantly, you're seeing the same faces on here, and I'm proud that we do have a gentleman on the board. I know Chris had one as well, but we've got a gentleman. Yes, he's dominated by some powerful females as well, but we finally got one. So Jim, happy to see him on there, but Marquita, most listings, continues to crush it. Christina continues to crush it. Catherine, Ashley, Cheryl, these are all the same people that you're seeing month after month, and that is because they are taking consistent action. So we couldn't be more proud of everyone on here, and their business is going to continue to skyrocket. So very, very proud.
Mike, for the benefit of the company, let's talk to the marketplaces they're in, because we don't really need to refer outside as much anymore because we've got much more of a statewide reach. So like Christine.
Yeah, so this group here is going to cover so Jim's actually just south of the Sarasota area, so not in Sarasota, but south, like more I don't even know what that area is.
Punta Gorda?
Yeah, exactly. And then you like Port Charlotte, that he'll cover that whole region. And then you've got most Marquita and the rest of them all cover Central Florida and even into a little bit north Central Florida. So most of Orlando, all of Orlando, Polk, you name it. If you need help, we've got it covered, and also down into Palm Beach.
Awesome.
Wide range.
And then for Brandon, Thomas is in Hawaii, and I think it's 6 hours earlier there. So it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So Andy Simmons with most listings, Andrea DiFilippo. I see her name a lot in my email. She's doing lots of stuff. Most sales for the month, big accomplishment. Natalie Bailey, most closed units, big deal there. And then Brenda, just amazing. Hey, Chris, do you know if Brenda's going to Tony Robbins again?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But that was a life-changing effort. You're going, when are you guys going? Thursday?
Tomorrow. It's a 7-day.
It's a 7-day event. Congrats to Brenda from the Brandon office with most closed units. So good for you. Okay, then we've got, Indian Rocks Beach. Jeff or Julie?
Rachel Jordan. I think Julie's in the back. I don't think she was mic'd up on that one. So we got Rachel. Consistency. You talk about consistency. These 3 faces you see all the time. It's amazing. And the attitudes are there. And it's awesome. So Rachel with the most listings and the most sales, and her price point keeps going up and up and up, which we're awesome. It's awesome. It's one of her focuses now. Bob Dean, tied for most sales, had the most closed units and most closed commissions. And I'll tell you, Bob's just a testimonial to past clients, right? And just working his sphere. He just stays top of mind and calls people, and they go. And then Randy, scoot down. He just tied for GCC, right? I know I
No
can't see
sales.
the column. No sales, okay. Couldn't see that on the screen there. So there you go, most sales for Randy. So it looks like Bob, Randy, and Rachel all tied for most sales. So great job, guys.
Very cool. Just for fun, I'm gonna do a little sneak peek here. Most sales was 3. So 3 sales each, which is a big accomplishment in this month. And then we've got from, I guess we're Madeira Beach now. So you keep going, bro.
Michelle, look at Michelle coming out, breaking out. She just had a great, awesome listing one. She's got some great ones. She just closed one of her first listings here. And Danielle crushing it with most sales. And then we've got Tammy, who is on fire. She's growing a team over here too. And just great. She's got a huge spirit. She works and she posts social and is just out there and about with most closed units. And Mike Reichenbach bringing home the bacon with the most closed commissions. So congrats, everybody.
Group. Awesome. I'm gonna check my chats real quick. Way to go, Bob, says Tammy. Team Brandon. Way to go, Brandon. Yes. Ha ha ha.
Let's go, Brandon.
Very cool. All right. Then we're gonna go to, this is fun for me. I like this. Sun City Center.
Sun City consistency again. You see these names all over because of their consistency. Wes Chrisman, most listings for the month of October, took 2 listings. Dick Wilson opened 5 deals in the month of October. Dick was on the tops report every month this year, except for January and August. Talk about being consistent. Sandy Tams, most closed units with 7.5 closings in the month of October and most closed commissions. If you close the most units, more than likely you'll have the most closed commissions. And Sandy was on here every month except for 3. She missed that. So consistency is absolutely key. Way to show up, guys. Thank you so much for all you do.
I think it's super cool because Dick and Sandy are both traveling as companions to Hawaii for the top agent event. And then they're going to segue over to Tahiti because they're halfway around the world anyway. And I just think that's awesome. So they're taking a vacation now because they got enough money because they had most sales and most closed units and most closed commissions. So there's a correlation there.
Talk about that. You have 2 people who are very high, held in very high regard for the work that they do. They took off from October 30th. They're not coming back till I believe the 17th. So they're taking off 2.5 weeks. So a lot of us who think that we're too busy, we have too much going on, we can't step away from our business, we can't take a break, we can't enjoy life because there's, who am I going to have help me? What am I going to do? You have 2 people, the top 2 agents in the office have taken the time off. And
You got this thing.
when they typically, what you see is most of the time, one of them usually covers for the other when they're out. So both of them being out, they took the time and they found the right people. I know Celeste is helping them out as well. So they have the people that are there to help them out. You can make the time. You just have to make it work. And if you need help with that, reach out to us, let us know.
I mean, they're 6 hours behind, but you got this little device right here that works anywhere in the world. It's just a matter of setting the goal and the intention and making it happen. So congratulations to them. Then we go to so Kathleen, of course, is in Maine or Massachusetts. So this is for Longboat Key. We've got Martin with most listings. Amazing. Martin just consistent as all get out. Dahlia, most sales. Brian, most closed units. And then Yvonne Rocca with most closed commissions. And that is just what a well-rounded group. And Kathleen's doing a great job in Sarasota and Longboat Key.
Got to point out there, there's 3 men.
Oh, that's right. Go, men, go. We are capable. South Tampa. I guess Joe's in Hawaii. Jeff, you want to do South Tampa? You want me to?
I got it. I'm here.
Oh, Joe. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nicole Alonso, most listings, most closed commissions.
Wow.
Adam Kuchmeyer, most sales. Gwen Mills Owen and Kimberly Bowden also in the most sales category. And one of the things that are closed units, I'm sorry. One of the things that all 4 of these do is what we saw in our inspiration this morning. The secret of your business is found in your daily routine. Every single one of them have consistency with their daily routine. They go out and get it. They originate. They balance themselves. Everything they do is in their daily routine.
Yep. I was talking to Adam yesterday. Adam joined our company this year. So this will be his first full year. And he is striving to make Centurion. He moved here from Miami. And he's already opened well enough business. He needs $40,000 more to hit, and he's got 60,000 pending to close by the end of the year. So to
And one
move
more,
from
he
a
pinned
new
one this morning
market,
as well.
what's that?
He pinned another one this morning as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, to reach Centurion in your first year in business and a new market is very impressive. And I'm pretty sure he's going to nail it. So you need 40,000, you got 60,000 pending. A lot of things have to go wrong to not have that hit. So that's a big deal. And then we've got top teams.
Top teams, Team Imagine out of the Apollo Beach office, Molly, Sarah, and Lisa, most listings, most sales, closed commissions. So they had 4 listings and 4 open sides and the most commissions. So congratulations, ladies.
Way to go. And I think that covered that. Oh, we got an updated photo. Sorry. Guys, that is important, by the way. You know, I'll take shame upon myself right now. My photo that's online is from 2015. Now, thank God I don't age, so it doesn't really matter, right? But come on, 2015, I probably need an updated photo. My brother, I need a new photo of you because the one we have is not challenging. It's not impressive. We all need to upgrade our images, and we've got staff around to help you. Jonathan will shoot you. Susie will shoot you. No pun intended. Get an updated photograph. Come on, guys. It's time. I need to do it too. I'll make Jonathan do it next time he's here. Jonathan, there's your cue to remind me to get a headshot. So.
May I say a couple things really quickly
Yes, you may.
about some awesome agents? I pulled like a rolling 12 months of listing conversions, right? So listings are so
Ooh.
important. Okay.
Yes. Well, wait, let's talk
100
about that for a second. Listings are important. Listing conversions are more important, especially when you're on the reload team and you're auditioning with competition.
Mhm.
So to win a listing when you're competing with somebody else, to me, is a little more impressive than just listing your friend's house, right? So most of the reload team, when they're going on a listing appointment, they are definitely competing with somebody else because they're told to choose between at least 2. So I just want to say that to the team for whatever you're going to mention.
Well, no, absolutely. Because think about it, just like Jeff says all the time, they have to like you and trust you. So you're going into it blind. You know, they're either moving for a company reason or with a different program that's attached to a mortgage lender. Anyways, 100% within the rolling 12 months, 100%. We had 3 agents that hit every single time. And that's Martin, Lorraine, and Amy Camasso.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And I also have to call out the buy side as well, because you're working hard to go find those people their homes. Ann Wilson, Maria McNeil, Jackie Stone, and then in there again is Amy Camasso with a 93.75 buyer conversion. So she had 100% on sales and almost 94% on the buy side.
Guys, that's the company you keep, right?
Absolutely. She also
is
closed an agent-generated referral this month, along with Mike Wiles, who closed 2 outgoing referrals this month. So
Really?
thank
Cool.
you all, and you're doing an amazing job.
Awesome. Okay. I want to close that. I want to go back to here. All right. All right.
Oh. Jackie Stone at like 83% as well for home finding. So she's amazing and works really hard for her clients. Not trying to leave anybody out.
You know, a lot of our management team is involved in sports, Mike and Otis especially. And your stats are important. We haven't talked about this as a company in a while, but when I was trained, everything was about metrics. There was a woman named Diane Dobbins who taught me my management business practices, and everything was measured. Listings taken, listings performed, listings sold, a percentage of this, everything I track. Now it's all old school because I've been doing it for so long. But, you know, it is important to track your numbers. And to have an 83% closing ratio is absolutely amazing. And I'll shout out to the Zillow team that Chris and I are working with. And we're 20 days away from hopefully graduating. And that team has managed to become the top 10% of Zillow, which is really cool on conversions of internet leads. And when we get that done, they're going to open the faucets for us because we've proven we can do it. And then we're going to get more. So that team's probably going to grow in the near future. But once again, it's measuring metrics. And for lack of a better word, I call it kissing the ass of the algorithm. You have to kiss the ass of the algorithm. And that's the way the world's going if you're not constantly generating your own business, right? And there's no right or wrong. I mean, take whatever business comes your way. But if you've got to compete for it, you're going to be measured against your conversion rates. So Ashley in the Reload department, we are measured against our conversion rates. Zillow team is measured against their conversion rates. Ojo is measured against your conversion rates. OpCity, you're measured against your conversion rates. So your ability to convert is very important. So paying attention to that is cool. So we're going to go. I'm going to share this with you right now, but I'm not going to release it to you today. Bob Pasquarello is amazing at Excel, and I'm pretty good at the contract. So we came up with the critical date timeline, and Bob wrote a program that is flawless. I mean, literally flawless. And it calculates all the dates with the new contract. So these are all the holidays that are involved in the year that are federal holidays that would make a contract move forward or backward in the date. And this contract, FAR 6, they added a new holiday called Juneteenth Day, which is June 19th. So that's now a new holiday that the contract has to recognize, and Bob figured that out. So what you do is you fill in the yellow, you put the effective date. Let's say today is 10 slash, what is today? 9? Oh, it's 11. God, Craig. 11/9/2021. Right? And it fills in everything for you. Is that cool? I mean, am I just a dorky nerd analytical? That is badass. And then you put your closing date in, and your closing date is going to be, let's say 12/18. We never want to close at the end of the month, right? So our closing is going to be 12/18/2021. Enter. And it fills out all the other dates, and it gives you your critical dates. And then if there's a problem, it'll highlight it and say, uh-oh, you picked a Sunday, and it'll tell you. So we're going to release this. Bob is actually getting this copyrighted right now, and we're going to make it available to other companies for sale, but you guys are going to have access to it for free. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's pretty cool. Let's reduce. This is kind of fun. If you guys have heard about T360, Steven Swanepoel is one of the industry leaders. He's like an Inman or a Real Trends guy. He's very high up. And Brian Ellington is the COO of Century 21. And he's putting together a focus group of brokers that he wants to grow together. And they've invited us to be a part of that team. And they've hired, and we're not paying for it, T360 to be the moderator for our team group 4 meetings. So we're going to meet 4 times a year, and we're going to have different Zoom calls throughout the year. But T360 focus group we're a part of, which is mean we're going to learn more about what other people are doing, which, thank God we have a medium for which we can communicate with each other. So we are going to learn more because of our place. That's pretty cool. I shared this because, wait, where is it? I thought I had it open. Oh, it's in my sales meeting topics folder. I just wanted you guys to see it. I'm not bragging. I'm just calling it out. We're the 9th most recruited company in the United States, which is pretty cool. So Central Americana, Beggins Enterprises right there. Mike Puma, because I put him in as recruiting guy. Beggins Enterprises is number 9 in the US for most recruited agents. So just to tell you, we are attractive to some people. Not many, but some. Anyway.
The right people.
They're
You're attracted.
Attract and repel.
The right people.
Yes, you have to earn your spot with us, but and to be as selective as we are, to hire that many people is even more. If we just hired everybody, it'd be different. As a little shout out, 11/18, South Tampa's having a potluck Thanksgiving event. This Thursday is Veterans Day. The offices will not be staffed. You have your Kissy app, so you can go into any office you want to. And Joy wants to make sure you know that, Joy gets a day off too. And so usually Thursday is hectic for Joy because she has to get all the closings done and out into the UPS so they get to the offices in time. So offices closings have to be in by Wednesday in order to get out because it is a federal holiday and we can't make our staff work on federal holidays. It's this labor law thing. You're independent contractors, get your ass to work. So reintroducing sales into the real estate business. I just like to call out, we're doing some really good stuff. Jeff and Mike did a great job talking about visual, auditory, and kinesthetic personality types, right? And that's a big thing. Jim and I, Dad and I spelled his name with a capital I. We're going to do the DISC studies on Friday. And Jeff brought up something yesterday. He said, Century Dwelling Beggins we talk about this all the time. We're reintroducing sales to the real estate business, and we are in the sales business. And sales people use sales tactics to make their sales happen, right? So these are the core beliefs and premises that we do that differentiate us from everybody else, because most real estate companies are not sales oriented. They're just not, right? But the art of sales. So watch the class with Jeff and Mike on Monday on VAK, and tune in on Friday when Dad and I do DISC. I sent an email out last night. Candace is with a company called Service Bank now. They've got a new 0 down conventional loan. And this is just stuff I want you to have in your brain. And then some of you will take Mike's advice and post about it. Hey guys, I've got a loan officer who's got a 0 down conventional loan. If you thought you needed a down payment to buy a house, you don't, give me a call. Send it out to your network and start talking about it. Angelique sent out a note yesterday about a safe showing app going to the team. And that's important. I did a Stellar MLS Broker Summit last week. And the keynote speaker was a guy on safety. His mother was a real estate broker who was murdered. And he goes around the country giving talks about realtors being safe. And it's just something I haven't thought about for a long time. And we do have to remember, it's not a lot. I mean, there's millions of realtors and there's 5 or 6 that die, but it's still, you don't want to be one of those 5 or 6. So there are some safe things you can do. So there's a safe showing app that's part of Stellar's MLS that you're welcome to use. And I want to remind you all that we have a script, Mike Ferry. So if you ever feel like you're threatened during a scary situation, the thing is you call the office, right? And tell Rosa just very nonchalantly, as cool as you can, hey, I'm running late with a customer. Can you please cancel my appointment with Mike Ferry? I'm running late to 123 Any Street. So if you tell me that you, or the office, that you have a appointment, you're canceling your appointment with Mike Ferry, well, chances are you're not having an appointment with Mike Ferry, right? And if you're going to 123 Any Street, we're going to call the police and have the police check that out. All right. So that's your kind of keyword phrase. So just remember that we have that in all of your orientations, but we forget it sometimes. Apollo Beach is doing a blood drive on the 19th, which is Friday, 2 weeks from now. And that is from 9 to 3. The appointments are requested, but it's nice to give blood. And I think actually somebody told me that if you give blood, they'll actually test your antibodies as part of the benefit. And somebody asked me the other day what my blood type was, and I didn't know. So I should probably find that out. All right. I sent out Hillsborough County flood maps to the Tampa team. I sent out Pinellas County flood maps to the Pinellas team, and Kathleen found, and I sent out to the Sarasota team and Manatee County team, Marsar's flood maps I sent out last week. So thank you to Kathleen for making those available to us. So now you've got all the most recent current flood maps for your marketplaces. Joe Aletto sent me something. This is kind of cool. Tampa Bay is one of the best places to work for veterans. 2021's best and worst places for veterans to live. Dun, 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 scroll down. Best cities for veterans to live. Tampa, Florida, #1 overall rank. Now, that might be something to post about too, if you're social in nature, which I am not. FarBar 6, just a reminder, it's now in .loop. So you are using FarBar 6. And I'm going to caution you guys all to remember to look in the bottom left-hand corner and see what other agents are delivering you on your listings, because you will have some FarBar 5Xs in there. You'll have some FarBar 5s in there, and you're going to have some FarBar 6s in there, and you should know which version contract you're playing with. Home warranties. Now more than ever, they're more important, and our sales have just plummeted. So that means our sales tactics have to shift. It used to be, I'm a buyer, I want your house, and I want you to give me a home warranty. Well, now it's, I'm the seller and I got 13 buyers and I don't want to give you crap. And that's fine. But that doesn't reduce the ability or the need or the requirement for you to talk about a home warranty to a consumer. Myself invested, I bought a house for Sam. And within the first month, I lost the air conditioning compressor and the water heater. And both tested fine on the home warranty, which means they would have been covered if I had bought a friggin' home warranty and I didn't. So just have that conversation with your consumers, please. Last week, Angelique sends out a training topic with a summary. And I hope you guys go back. I know a lot of you do. Go back and watch. I think we did a really good class. I learned things I never knew about Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act, or FIRPTA. And we gave you a really good contact. Her name was Chantel, forget her last name now, but it's in there. So if you didn't see the FIRPTA class, it was like 60 people were online. It wasn't a big day. And I know it's not an exciting topic, but Jeff, we're talking about the US grand reopening.
Yeah,
Right,
baby.
where all the flights are full and Europeans are coming over to Florida and Canadians are able to fly across the border now, where they're only, they're always allowed to fly, but they're not allowed to drive. Now they're allowed to drive across the border. It's gonna be big, right? And you think we have no inventory now, we're gonna have less inventory after that happens. So that's that.
You can I just put a little point in there?
Sure.
Luxury is gonna go through the roof from all the indicators showing up right now. And CNBC just released a story on it too. So absentee owners would be a really good person to call right now, because those are the people with extra homes that should be selling them right now. So I couldn't get away without saying that one, guys. So please do that. And
Hey, while we're
while-
talking about that, Jeff, let's
Yeah.
talk about Ally for a second.
Yep.
Because I mean, just to call it out. Thank you, Louisa. That was great. I will forward the article from Joe. So Ally is a telemarketer who works for us, and she lives in the Philippines, which is like 12 hours ahead. So she works all night. And we went to, here's something we did. There's this app called Remine that you can go through, and you can find people who own houses that they don't live in. And they're kind of likely to not want to, they don't know what's going on. So Ally calls them at 3 o'clock in the morning, her time, which is, normal time here. And she asks them if they'd like to consider selling their house. And if they raise their hand, she sends a note to Mike, and Mike sends it to one of our agents. So we passed out, Ashley, did you know there's 35 leads we passed out yesterday, you said?
Yes, 36,
And-
I think.
Yeah, 35 or 36 people. We called absentee owners and they said, yeah, we'd be interested to know what our houses were. And that starts a process. It's not a lead, it's not a sale. It's a process that starts a communication where we start communicating with that person from Arkansas who owns a house in Sun City Center that may consider selling it in this tight inventory market where they can make a friggin' fortune. Bob Pascarillo and I were chatting over the weekend. He had a seller, past client, thought his house was worth 165. Bob put it on the market at 200 and it sold for 213. If you were a seller in Arkansas and you thought your house was worth 165 and you can get 213 for it, you might be interested in talking about it, right? So we're just playing games and hiring this nice girl in the Philippines to make these phone calls for us, but that's stuff you could be doing. And if you need to know, talk to Otis or go into the Next Level Resource Center and watch the classes on using Remine to call absentee owners. I mean, that's where your business is going to come from, guys. We need listings in a bad way. And when the Europeans come here, their price, their definition of luxury is different than ours. Our stuff is cheap. I encourage you, go to Atlanta on Zillow and see what you could buy for 300 grand. And go to Tampa and see what you buy for 300 grand. You'll be shocked. Go to Boise, friggin' Idaho and see what you can buy for 600 grand. And then see what you can buy in Tampa for 600 grand. So play those games. Just go look, go on Zillow like the customers do and see what you could buy in different parts of the country and then see what you can buy here. You will change your definition of luxury. We're cheap. There you go. This has got to move. I'm sorry, I have to sign in again, but it'll happen quickly. Because this is week 10. I've covered this, all 10 basics. We've done every week. And this is the 10th brilliant basic. If it would load, there we go. I'm a memory maker. You ready?
Brilliant basics, 10 standards of client service that when practiced, help you defy mediocrity and deliver extraordinary experiences. Mastering the brilliant basics can help you win more business, increase referrals, and help you stand out from the competition. Empowered with these skills, the brilliant basics can help you elevate your business from transactional to experiential and provide a journey your client will never forget.
Brilliant basics number 10. I'm a memory maker. I recognize the moments that matter to my client, which are different for everyone. I create special moments along the way to reinforce my personal connection and show that we're in this together. From celebrating an important milestone like a past inspection or sending a little something on each closing anniversary, it's those thoughtful touches that keep me top of mind, especially when it comes to referrals. I recognize there are moments that matter.
What people tend to overlook is after the transaction is closed and after the keys are exchanged, there's also so many opportunities to check in with these people.
We definitely make memories beyond the initial transaction. We end up throwing a housewarming party for each one of our clients after they've already purchased their home or after they've sold their home. In addition to that, we also do client appreciation parties on a quarterly basis.
Being a memory maker also means connecting that client back to you and back to the brand over and over again. And there's a lot of ways to do that. Maybe it's an outdoor concert that you're hosting, it's a hike, it's a picnic. What are those things that you're doing that those clients could connect to you and back to the brand so that they become a client for life?
I think that's worth talking about for a moment, because what are we doing? What are you doing as an agent to make memories, right? Your past clients, I forget the stat, but it's like 75 or 80% of the public says they would do business with their agent again, but only 25% does. If we were doing a good job as real estate agents, there would be no need for more real estate agents because we just do the same thing over and over again with our past clients. But if I bought a house from Joe Smith, realtor, then I should sell my house with Joe Smith Realtor, but Joe Smith Realtor either got out of the business or didn't stay in touch with me, so I didn't do business with him. So when you talk about your business plan for 2022, let's include some client advice. You know, you can rent out a movie theater for like $400 and invite all your past clients to a show, and you could be the host and give them popcorn or whatever. So for $1,000, you can invite however many people a theater sits. And have a private showing, or at least give an invitation, or give something a reason to talk to them. Little things like that go a long way. So start thinking about that. Those of you that are now in the business and you've amassed a past client database list, I don't want to say milk it, that sounds wrong. Utilize that and take advantage of it. Or I don't want to say take advantage either, but you know what I mean. So that's that. I think last couple of slides here. We will go escape. Why won't this work? There we go. Oh, welcome new agents. Sorry, we got a couple. I think it's just one this week. Yep, just one. Jose Alamo has joined the Apollo Beach team. Chris, you want to tell us about Jose?
Jose is an excellent individual. This guy has a wonderful energy and presence about him. So we hit it off very well and had a wonderful interview. So just the relationships that he's going to be able to build from his previous history in business, and his wife is in healthcare. So he's got an amazing reach, and he's going to look to build a very successful real estate business. And I think he's going to do an amazing job because he has a great history in building business.
Awesome. Welcome, Jose. Look, see if Jose's online.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Engagement's the key. I love it. And here we go. Birthdays. So tomorrow is Mike Moriarty from South Tampa's birthday and Christina Whitman's birthday. And then on Thursday would be Tanya Estevez from Apollo Beach and Tom Heckman from Sun City Center. And then on Thursday, I get my dates wrong. Stephen Harris from South Tampa. And then we have 3 birthdays on the 13th. Brett Schnell, May Nakamoto, and my daughter Samantha Beggins will be 27. So 3 birthdays on the 13th. And then we have Jessica Salgado on from Apollo Beach on the 14th, along with Lorene Gauthier from Sarasota on the 14th. So happy birth week to you all this week. And then I want to talk about our leads real quick because we're down this week, but Century 21 is up. And I just want to make sure you guys recognize that there's leads. We had 222 last week. We had 178 this week, right? The big difference was Social Ad Engine produced a whole lot last week. It only produced a little bit this week. But the Zillow Flex team got 26 leads this week versus 22 last week. We had 35 sign calls versus 39. I think those are probably our best calls. 12 walk-ins each week. We had a few less op city, but very little deviation. Relocation was down a lot. So that hurts us when we're down. We're not up that week. But look at Century 21. 71 opportunities came from Century 21 between Century 21, Ojo, and Zap leads. And so Zap leads, to remind you, are those that customers are shopping on Century 21 and they find a house, but it's listed with Aardvark Realty. So they can't send it to Aardvark Realty because they're not Century 21. So they send it to a Century 21 office that's nearby, which we happen to be nearby a lot of places. So the Zap leads are just somebody inquired on a house listed by Aardvark Realty or Dipshit Realty, whatever you want to call them. And that lead comes to you and it's for you to handle, right? And then you've got to play the game and call them and they're not going to answer because they don't recognize your phone number and you got to leave a message and then you got to call them back and you got to text them and all that crap we got to do, but we got to do it, right? So those are the Zap leads, which are really a big portion of this. And then Ojo, of course, Ojo, I made the decision to, if you don't answer the lead call, rather than rolling over to another agent who's not going to answer the lead call, we send it to Ojo. Ojo puts it through artificial intelligence and calls the hell out of it until it answers. And then when it answers and says, yes, I want to talk to an agent, then they give it back to us. So those are really like Zillow Flex leads, the Ojo ones. And we're getting lots of those. And then century1.com is, find homes in the States and Espanol and all the other stuff. So that's all coming and going. So that being said, my agenda is done. Yes.
Hey, Craig, one thing, if I could take 2 minutes, I want to do a last call on these projects, right? Because what I've been waiting for is, I'm going to share screen for just a quick second here. And boom. What we have going on is thebeachprojects.com is the website, guys. And what we've done is, here's the new picture of the residences. This is what we've been waiting for. Look at the upgrades. It's super, super sexy, classy, unlike anything else out here.
You really, that's monumental.
Isn't that cool? So we made this really, really slick. Same floor plans, amazing floor plans. I've been waiting for these renderings. I'm waiting for the back rendering, which I should have today. And then I'm launching marketing on Friday to the world. That's how has cash. Guys, this is off market. You can sell them. They're sitting here for you. If you're not posting about this one, I think it's silly. If you go to thebeachprojects.com, it's not branded, doesn't come back to the company. There's no way for it to come back to the company. I'm going to send you some pictures of swap keys out later on today. What I did is, see this little video? I did about an 8-minute video on each of these projects, just me pitching it. So you don't even have to know about it. You can just watch it and talk about it, or let them watch it and set up a Zoom call. So 1,050,000, guys, we haven't even torn down the building where this is going to go yet. So it's probably 2 years from now by the time the building's done. If you don't think you've got equity built in 2 years from now on the water across at 1 block from the beach in the middle of the town center, I think it's nuts. So I want you just to think about leverage, and it's not $1 million, it's $200,000 that you're putting down and riding that out there. So we still have 1 penthouse on the 5th floor, then it's gone. and then things are going. So I just want to pitch that and make sure you guys are doing that. We have 2 left at Azul, which is the townhomes, and this market's crazy and it's changed. One other thing I want to just show you real quickly, for those of you who have interest in this one, this is super early, like a week or 2 before I'm done. This is going to go in Johns Pass Village. These are exclusives. We actually own the land, so no one else is going to be able to sell these but us. These are 4 homes we're building, and I just want you guys to think about your investor base. 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. This one doesn't show yet, but there's a rooftop deck up there on the top, and on the water, docks behind it, private pool. Every bedroom has a little kitchenette in it. No one's done anything like this before, so we're trying to do what's like the ultimate vacation property. They could be homesteaded if they want to, or they're going to be short-term. 4,200 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 6.5 bath. These are monster vacation homes, right? This is clearly inspired by Margaritaville, right? Because we see how well they work. And so this is it. We're building them and selling them. So they're going to go for about $700 a foot, about 2.8 to 3 million bucks each. But they're going to bring in, I'm expecting to get the revenues today, probably 250, 275,000 a year from vacation rental income, maybe 300. That's what these are probably going to be bringing in, right? So that's pretty cool. It's like owning a little mini hotel. So again, it's just leverage. You got to put down the 20% down, and then there you go. So this is going to be, there's only 4 of them, and they're right in the middle of the Johns Pass Village. Nobody else has heard about these yet. The Madeira Beach guys have heard, but I want you guys to know. So think about it, talk about it, play about it. This is off market. This is the value that you bring. So I just want you guys to see we're bringing stuff to you that your competition does not have, and I want you to sell them. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yep. The commission's really good on a $2.8 million sale.
That's right.
Hey, Puma. You sent out something the other day with begginsrealestate.com. And I'm going to share my screen for a quick second. I think maybe one of your marketing Mondays you should talk about. You've built all these websites that are really awesome. Not the tax collector. This one, begginsrealestate.com. I don't know if you guys can see right here. begginsrealestate.com is, you know, as you talk to people, and all this is like, I don't want to say, it's not driving leads to the company. We're not going to take your clients and sell them back to you, right? This is just a place for you to point people to. So 70,000 plus homeowners have been helped buy with us, sell with us, rent with us, about us, sell with us, right? We sell 15 to 30 homes a day. True or false? You guys get a hot sheet every day. You see how many sales we're selling, right? Sell with us. And then it rolls down, invest and enjoy. Why buy with us? Why sell with us? It's just a nice little website for people to go to. And what's single agency and what's transaction brokerage? And here's our exquisite property auctions. Just if you meet somebody that has some interest in doing something, send them something to look at. This is really good stuff. So Mike, I'm thinking maybe for a marketing Monday, you could demonstrate some of these websites you built, because you built some really cool shit. So
the whole point of that site too is, again, just to prove the point, we're not stealing anything. There are no lead forms on that site. If they click on any call to action button, it's taking them to the bottom that says, please contact the agent that sent you that link. We're not marketing that website as a company, so we're not driving people there. So the only way they get that link is if you send it to them. And then if they're interested in something, they can come back. But what it does do is it gives you a place to send them, gives you a place where if they want more information on something we do or how we do it, our process, anything, our rental programs, or anything, you can send them there. They can learn about it at their own speed and then get back to you when they're ready.
Cool. All righty. Attendance has dropped from 110 to 85. So I guess we bored you guys enough for today. Anything else for the greater good? Because it's 9:33 in the morning.
Have a great day, guys.
Happy Tuesday.